Good evening, everyone, and welcome to this very special episode of None of Your Business podcast. This podcast was initiated to bring to you the details and nuances of the commerce world as a learning curve. And today, I can proudly say we are entering a new phase. As Kerala is on the cusp of Onam celebrations, here is a little treat from our side. In our show today, we have a special guest. An entrepreneur, the founder of the firm Crystal Vibez in Thrissur, an artist and a marketing genius to enlighten us. We'll be listening to her pretty soon. Also on the panel, we have Antony Varghese, Josh Kurian, and Advaith Subash, commerce students from grade 11 at Devamatha CMI International School, Thrissur, in Kerala, in India. Now, I think I gave out a lot of key words about our episode today. Onam, marketing. So you might have guessed it right. We will be discussing in this episode about the marketing during festive seasons, and as it's Onam in Kerala, marketing maybe during Onam times. So for the uneducated, Onam is an annual harvest festival celebrated in the southern Indian state of Kerala. It's a major annual event for Keralites, and it is the official festival of the state. It includes a wide spectrum of cultural events, and drawing from Hindu mythology, this Onam is actually commemorating King Mahabali. Now, coming to the business side of it, Onam celebrations have begun, and it is a period where brands up their marketing spends by 25 to 40%, along with various promotional offers and campaigns. National and regional brands roll out innovative marketing strategies to capture the consumer's attention, as Onam also kickstarts the festival season in the country. So categories like retail, jewelry, FMCG, automobile, and consumer durables, they are the ones who are expected to splurge out in a big way for advertising in the Kerala market. And advertising has grown from the traditional methods which we have known to the new age marketing methods of digital and social media. So first up, we have Antony. And Antony, I would like to ask you, what are these strategies which these large firms are creating for their advertising campaigns during these festive periods or during Onam? And what are the main things that they focus on during this time?
Yeah, so I'll be talking about what companies should be focusing on during the festive period. So during festive periods, it's known that consumers are likely to spend much more money than usual. Holiday spending is worth around $707 billion, and over 685 billion will be spent on purchasing gifts and other holiday products during this time. This acts as a great opportunity for the firm to inform the people about their products or services. So you might be asking yourself, what should a firm focus on while putting out their ad campaigns during the festive period? Well, luckily, I'm here to tell you. One of the key things that firms focus on during this time is the use of seasonal words and repeating them throughout the ad. For example, during the Christmas season, the words "this the season to be jolly" is frequently used, or phrases like "this holiday season" or "this festive season" are repeatedly used in ads. This creates a sort of holiday spirit that may act as a pulling factor that helps the firm get a sale. One of the most infamous methods of marketing techniques during the holiday season is to provide offers like buy one get one free or percentage discounts. It makes your shoppers happy and gets them into the buying mood. A firm can offer something inexpensive and that something that does not require extra shipping costs. These appeal to the customers and may act as a good reason for them to buy from your firm rather than another one. Seasonal giveaways are also a great way to attract more customers. These are quite common on social media sites like Instagram, Twitter, or Facebook. I bet you have all seen posts saying like and share this post to be entered into a free giveaway. This creates a sort of hype for your product, and the shares that you get along the way from the people who see the ad may act as a form of free marketing, and who could say no to that? Another thing to focus on would be amplifying your mobile and social media marketing during this time. A firm should try to optimize their websites for mobile phone users, as this would be useful, as 61% of the internet traffic is from mobile phone users. An added incentive would be that $35 billion of sales were through mobile platforms during the last holiday season. During the festive period, it would be ideal for a firm to focus a lot on their social media marketing, as this is one of the best methods of marketing during this digital age. A good ad campaign will not only help the firm get new customers, it will also help them retain their current customers.
Social media and marketing. Who knew? We use it mainly for Facebook. We started kicked off with Orkut. We've come a long way now, and we're marketing our business through social media. But do these companies which invest in this get back their returns as per the costs which they're having? And we have Josh. I think Josh is there with us to provide the statistics. What's business without statistics? And Josh, I think you're going to show us the cost returns, and you're going to tell us whether these marketing campaigns are efficient or not, isn't it?
Yes, so festivals and special occasions have a big impact on people's lives. So it should be no surprise that each year different sales records are broken close to the festive season. And especially with the availability and the ease of shopping e-commerce sites offer, last year in 2020, Amazon and the Indian e-commerce site Flipkart had a combined total revenue of 3.5 billion US dollars in just the first 4 days of their festive season sale. This whole thing happened when the pandemic was still present. And the $3.5 billion dollars is still a huge jump from the $2.7 billion dollars in 2019, a 22% jump to be exact. And in the United States, the total holiday retail sales reached between $789 billion dollars in 2020 despite the pandemic. And this also exceeded the forecasted sales, which was supposed to be $766 billion dollars. And despite the pandemic being there, holiday sales still grew 8.3% compared to 2019. And the majority of goods sold fall under the clothing and accessories category, and they spend about 24% of their total revenue on marketing. And so compared to the money they get back, the returns, which is pretty good.
That shows that it's pretty good, and that's an absolutely mind-boggling fact. $3.5 billion is somewhat what you're getting back. That's pretty good, I would say, for coming in towards the festive seasons. And we have all been saying right from Antony, right from my introduction, new age marketing. What is this new age marketing, and how does it differ from this traditional marketing? Advaith, can you enlighten us on that?
Yes, sir. Yeah. So as we all know, like technology has improved over the last decades, and like so has marketing. So we had traditional methods such as print, broadcast, telemarketing to use new age marketing such as social media marketing and also Google Ads. Experimental marketing is the next marketing methodology that can bridge the disconnect between customers' increasing demand to engage marketers and brands on their own terms, and the slow-footed resultants of traditional marketers to move away from mass media marketing. So, a lot of business owners use this new age marketing strategies, such as targeting your right audience, which is of a huge use, and always providing value to our products. Focusing on creating and maintaining a relationship with the customers, etc.
Great. So now the panelists have all spoken, and it's all based on topics which we have researched, which they have intensely studied using different references. But we have with us, as I promised earlier in the introduction, a special guest, a guest who knows this inside out. What we learn from books, life has taught her. And now it's the time we have all been waiting for. But before I go to that, let's know about her. So creating an appealing content takes much more than good language. It's the flow of creativity and emotions coupled with richness of life experiences. She's an artist with a flair to bring out uniqueness in people and things around her. She brings nuances from various countries in the far west, far east, and the far south that she has lived and worked. USA, Singapore, and South Africa are some of that. And that's what gives her a unique edge. She's an entrepreneur, founding Crystal Vibez, an initiative to connect new and small businesses with their pool of clientele. In the process, she enjoys honing her own innate organizing and marketing skills and gets to interact with a lot of creative minds. The company, Crystal Vibez, it specializes in media marketing strategy, social media managing, branding, content creation marketing. And they develop innovative and functional marketing strategies to promote brand awareness and attain business goals. And she's here in our podcast as our very first guest. A very warm welcome, Miss Millie Francis. We know that you are always trying to push the boundaries, constantly improve, and trying out new things. And today, we hope that this podcast is also going to be in that list today. It's an absolute honor for us, ma'am, to be here. And it's a real honor treat for our listeners as we get your insights on social media marketing. Miss Millie, over to you.
Hi, Joel. Hi, Antony, Josh, Kurian, and Advaith, Subash. Listening to you all, I'm truly humbled for the opportunity because you have done a lot of research and study about the subject, obviously. And Joel, thanks for the opportunity. So, what do you want to know? So, should I just start with what I do, or do you have questions
Yes,
for
ma'am.
me?
Please, I think you can start off with what you do, and before we get into maybe the questions which our panelists might be having.
Okay, basically, Joel covered most of what I do in my field of business. So I'm a marketing strategist and I do digital marketing. But now I'm focusing more on social media marketing, focusing on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, and WhatsApp business. So with the new age technologies and handheld mobile phones in every hand, everybody like if you turn like 15 plus, you have to have a mobile phone, right? So
Yes,
so after the COVID pandemic situation, it is just booming for our field of work.
that's great to hear. So, like, if I may ask, like, how did you come into this? How did you come into this field of business?
Um, yeah, okay, that was pure chance because I enjoy doing exhibitions and events,
Uh-huh.
and I used to have a business when we were in Singapore. So
Okay.
for my business, it was a silver boutique.
Uh-huh.
And Singapore being a small country, the market was minuscule. So we wanted to expand our horizons, so explored various choices, and then Facebook was just coming out with. It was in its infancy with,
Mm-hmm.
new marketing techniques and business interfaces and all.
Right.
So we explored the options, and luckily, for our luck, we had quite a good, good audience and
That's
customers from all over the world.
that's great to hear. I'm sure my panelists will also be having a few questions to ask you.
Sure, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, ma'am. I've always wanted to ask someone like you about this question. So, do you think that digital and social media marketing will ever be able to fully replace like the old school marketing techniques that we've grown up with?
Honestly speaking, I don't think it will completely evolve and change the marketing scene because not at least for the next 20 years, because people who are grown up using the mass media, like the newspaper, television, and on FM and all, they may still enjoy their habits. So I don't think it's gonna change and take over the entire marketing field. And more than that, to engage our target audience, we also use sometimes print media and FM. Most of the times, yes.
So, ma'am, my question was that have you faced any challenges or issues being a woman in this industry?
Okay, being a strategist and social media marketer, we play behind the scenes. So the gender doesn't actually play any role there. Nobody needs to know who I am. Only my work speaks for me. So yeah, I don't think there is any challenge there. Hello.
Yes, ma'am. That's
Hope I
wonderful to hear. Yeah,
hope I
yeah.
answered your question. Do you have?
That's really good to hear that the challenges it's open for all. There's no
Oh yeah.
discrimination in this field.
Yeah,
Uh,
and there is no age discrimination also. Only talent speaks.
okay, okay, right. Advaith, would you like to?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, sir. Ma'am, how has the changes been in the social media marketing world, and do you think there is room for more growth in that?
Room for growth, absolutely, because it has been growing, and I think it's gonna grow a lot more. Now the playing field is, if it is Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter, and not and WhatsApp, Twitter, and all, there will be new ones coming up in the next few years. Like say 10 years ago, there was Orkut, there was Suleika, Craigslist. Now you don't even hear their names anymore. They are morphed into other companies. They took their places. So if you're willing to change and go along with the new change, there is always room for growth.
Okay, ma'am.
So, as with everything, this also will continue to evolve. And
Yeah,
so it
exactly.
is definitely bringing in a lot of scope even for the youngsters who are just coming into the field. So there is room for improvement.
Yes, true. I have actually worked with kids like 11 and 12
Hmm.
who give content, who makes, who um, who wants to get in the field in turn with another company actually. So I used to do proofreading for them. So I've seen kids doing it, trying their luck, So you get paid if you write. If you
Okay.
have talent in photography, you get paid for that too. So anybody and everybody is welcome. Only talent. If you have talent, yeah, there's space for you.
But that's great to hear. I'm pretty sure even the students who are listening to this, let it be a motivator. Age is no bar. If you have the talent, this field is very open to all of you, and that's really wonderful to hear. So I think I'll close it down due to a lack of time. One thing I understood is that definitely social media marketing is here to stay. It's going to be a part of us. It's grown a long way, and as we draw to a conclusion in today's episode, all of us would like to thank Miss Millie for sparing her time. This is the Onam season. This is a time which she would be really busy, but to come here and to spend some time with us, sharing her viewpoints. Because fact said, no amount of textbooks or YouTube videos can actually replace these experiences which you have. And so, thank you so much, Miss Millie. And how was your experience? Is this your first podcast show, by the way?
Yes, honestly, yes, it is mine.
That's great. That's great. So I hope you do remember this. And would you like to
Yes,
say
I
something?
will. Yes, I will. Thank you so much for the opportunity, first and foremost. So I had these few points I think kids should remember if you're planning to get um, into the field.
Mhm.
Am I? Are we still recording?
Yes, 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 we are.
Oh, okay. So it is basically, in any marketing, it is knowing your product
Mhm.
and knowing your target audience. Those are the main two things in any marketing,
Mhm.
be it digital or mass media or any other forms of marketing. It's always knowing your product, knowing your demographics, and knowing your target audience.
Okay. So know your product, know your target audience. I think that will be the key takeaway points in this episode of marketing, which we have discussed in None of Your Business here. Thank you so much, ma'am. Thank you to the panelists, Advaith, Antony, and Josh from the Devamatha CMI International School. So from all of us here at None of Your Business podcast, this is your host, Joel, wishing you all prosperity and wishes for Onam. And see you soon next week with another wonderful episode. Thank you all. Thank you so much for tuning in. Bye.